Alright, let's talk about the new Halloween trailer, which came out a day or two ago. Now, this is a movie that I've been anticipating for a long time, ever since it was announced a year ago. I guess that's not that long of a time. But in terms of another Halloween film, we have waited since Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 in 2009. So, we've waited a while, almost a decade, for a new Halloween film. And this one seems really special, like in terms of how this movie is being presented and how it's being made. This Watching this trailer, like I was anticipating the trailer forever, and on Killer Flicks everybody was talking about it, how this trailer, everybody was so completely just ready to see it, and it's been like teased for a while, and like a couple months, and people were just like, give me the trailer, and I was the same way. Because I want to see what they're going to do with this new iteration of the Halloween franchise, because this ignores every sequel in the Halloween films. It only connects to the first one, which to me was a very ballsy and interesting move. But I see why they're doing that. I see why Carpenter's vision is trying to be more fulfilled here, since he's an executive producer on this. Like, he didn't like Halloween 2, like he didn't like a lot of things about it. He didn't like the brother-sister angle. He didn't want a sequel to Halloween, which I think is kind of hypocritical because he's making a sequel to Halloween. But I guess in his response to this movie being made, he said, well, I'm going to quit complaining about it and try to make it scary. Because of the sequels he's seen, and he hasn't seen them all. He said that they're not scary, not that good. So I guess I do like that fact that he's trying to make this franchise give this franchise more dignity, because before the two Rob Zombie remakes, the last Halloween film with the original Michael Myers we got was Halloween Resurrection, which also starred Jamie Lee Curtis, where they killed her off, which is a terrible movie. It's really god-awful. I really can't stand it. I've seen it a lot, but just in the mere thought of this is so terrible, I'm kind of hypnotized by how bad it is. Resurrection, it just god-awful. But I really do love the fact that even though they are erasing all of the sequels from continuity, which I was already annoyed in Halloween H2O that they did that with 4, 5, and 6, but in this one they're literally erasing every single one, even Halloween 2, which I thought would have been sacred ground to keep. That's really surprising. And I do like how this trailer starts out showing, after it shows, the people going to see Michael Myers in the prison, it cuts to Laurie Strode's granddaughter, and she's talking to her friends, and they said, isn't Michael Myers, her brother, and he killed all those babysitters? And she goes, not a brother. That's just a name people made up, which is a way to just completely say fuck you to the people who made Halloween 2 and every other movie. But I do get from their point of view why they're doing that, why they're making this, because I don't hate the brother and sister angle, I don't mind it, but I do like the fact in the first one that Michael Myers literally just went and murdered his older sister, was kept in prison for 15 years in a sanitarium, got out, just found this other girl, started going after her and her friends, Laurie Strode, and that does make it more scary that he just did it for the fuck of it. But and I don't mind the brother and sister angle thing, but I think that it's cool that this is the first time that it's literally just a sequel to the first one. They don't pick and choose. They literally just, nothing is equal footing anymore. It's just literally everything's gone except for the first one, which that made this trailer interesting and makes this movie even more interesting to watch. Because this movie, the trailer has so many different homages to all these Halloween films. There's a scene in a bathroom with a woman like H2O. There's a scene where this guy you see is murdered in an auto body shop. I think it's in the same place from Halloween 4. And then the girl in the bathroom, there's a thorn symbol on the bathroom, in the bathroom that she's in, the stall. And then there's kids running away later in the trailer where Laurie Strode says, get inside, and all these kids in costumes running away, and there's 3 kids wearing all 3 of the Silver Shamrock masks from Halloween 3, which, even if they're not keeping these in continuity, even Halloween 3 I like is getting a mention. I like that they're they're giving so many homages to this, to the whole franchise in a loving way, even though they're shitting on all the other films that don't exist anymore in this universe. In some ways, some never do exist, but it doesn't bother me as much this time. Like, it bothered me more with H2O, but now in this, I'm like, okay, if they're gonna erase every sequel, it's not as insulting as erasing a couple and then making it seem like, oh, this is the better one. And this is doing the same thing, where it makes it seem like it's the better one than all the sequels. And this does look like it could be a shoo-in to be better than most of the sequels or all of them. So this trailer really floored me, and I was really excited to see it. And I liked how it started out with these people going in to this sanitarium where Michael, or this prison where Michael is been held there for 40 years. They rewrote this movie to where Michael apparently was caught at the end of the night on the first Halloween movie. So Halloween 2 didn't exist. He didn't run away, or he didn't chase Laurie to the hospital. He just got in cuffs and was taken to prison. So I like that's a way to erase all the films. I thought that was a fun way of like making this actually seem more like, since it's on its own, this and the first one together, it makes it feel more, I don't know, compelling, because you literally have, like the first film, he waited 15 years to get out of the sanitarium and escape, and then he finds Laurie, and in this one he waits 40 years, and then Laurie Strode is also waiting for him. And this movie seems like it's harkening a lot to H2O, which I'm fine with, because H2O, there were things I really loved about it. There were things that I thought were okay about it. It wasn't scary, but this one looks like it's gonna be scary, or try to be. But this has the same angle where Laurie Strode has a kid, but this time a kid and a granddaughter, and now she is going to fight Michael back. But it's been 40 years since she encountered him one time. So I think that it's interesting showing that she's got 40 years worth of preparing. That's pretty cool, and that's really interesting that this character, even though I felt like it might be more earned in like H2O, because Halloween 1 and 2, like, so many other things happen in 2, so it's like, I know you have to erase the brother and sister angle, but it kind of made it feel a lot like there was a lot of like it felt so good whenever she killed him at the end of H2O, because of seeing Halloween 1 and 2 and seeing all the shit he did. But in this one, he only killed 3 teenagers from the first one, so I wonder if they're gonna make it as impactful, because I feel like without the second one, it could feel impactful still, but I feel like having more of that night, it felt like more of a terrifying reason for her to be in fear in 20 years for H2O, like 20 years of being in fear. And this one, I like how they're immediately just saying that she's just gonna fight and kill him, and she straight up says in the trailer, like, I'm just gonna kill him, I'm gonna straight up kill him. I've been waiting for him to escape for 40 years. And like I said, it harkens a lot to H2O, but I like how they're trying to do it in a similar way, but it seems pretty fresh, though, just how it's been 40 years, so that seems like a long-ass time for this woman to prepare herself and to have family as well, even though, of course, in the other movie she did too, but I like how this will be interesting to see. I'm curious to see how close this will be to H2O, or I feel like it's got like a basis to that, because of her being older, 20, 40 years later, having a kid, having to save her family while Michael comes back. So it does seem similar to that in that vein a lot, but I'm still really excited to see it. But I really liked how this trailer interpreted how it doesn't have the Dean Cundey style cinematography. Like, it doesn't look the same as the original, but I feel like this looks, I don't know, like how, like, I hope it looks not better in the movie, but I feel like it looks kind of like glossed over in a way. Like, it doesn't look like the original did, or the second one did, so I'm curious to see if they'll retain some of that. So I hope that they do, and the trailer didn't seem like that, but the trailer overall I thought was really awesome. I thought it was just a really cool new way of doing kind of a retread of these movies that I love for the most part, and it seems fresh still. Like this does seem like it's gonna be really good. I hope it is. I hope this is the best Halloween sequel. I hope this is the close to the original. I feel like it's not gonna be, but I feel like it might be pretty good though, and I hope it is. I hope it's better than all the other sequels, even though I love a lot of the sequels. So, and Jamie Lee Curtis in this trailer, like she is like acting her heart out. Like she is legitimately like gripping in this trailer. She is a legit badass in this trailer where, like I said, the line where she's talking to that guy and she says, I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna straight up kill him, and then she's got a shotgun. She immediately, and you see all the mannequins that she's been shooting at in practice and preparation, so she's practiced for presumably 40 years to get this fucker. So I'm glad that we'll see a similar thing to H2O, but I hope that it's different, and I hope that it is really good. I hope that this is the best sequel out of all of them, and I do love a lot of them, but this one looks like it has great potential in terms of John Carpenter being executive producer, in terms of Jamie Lee Curtis coming back and giving it her all, and not being like, say, like Resurrection was, like more like H2O, where her performance was really good in that movie, but the movie just suffered overall, like H2O did. But this just looks awesome. This looks like a great new Halloween movie, and I'm really excited, and I can't wait. It's one of my most anticipated movies of the year. In terms of horror, it's my most anticipated, besides Hereditary, which I saw recently, which was fucking amazing, but this one is definitely my most anticipated horror movie now. So I can't wait to see this. I can't fucking wait until October. It sucks that we've got to wait a little while to see this, but I guess we got a little hint of what's to come, but I really can't wait. So thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.